Yeah, for sure, brother. And just to clarify, does our program make sense to you? Do you have a clear understanding of what we do?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. And the price, is that clear to you as well?
Yes.
Fantastic. So if the program and price make sense, usually it tells me there's something internally going on, right? If you don't mind me asking, what's actually stopping you from getting this going?
$8,000 is a lot of money for me, man. I just never committed to something this big before.
Totally. I hear you. Let me ask you this. Would it be fair to say our actions ultimately lead us to where we are in life?
So this is the first misstep. He just gave you a money objection. The very first thing you always need to do when you get a money objection is you need to isolate it and actually get buy-in. What if it's more logistical versus fear? We don't really know at this point because we don't actually have the information. It's gonna do you a lot more justice if you want to be efficient out of your objection handling to actually understand what's behind that. Like, what do they mean $8,000 is a lot of money? And money aside, is this something you'd go ahead and actually move forward with? I need to get more clear before I go ahead and I actually move forward in the objection handling. It's not clear on what his actual objection is. The issue is if you are uncertain about their objection and you just start going into mindset reframes, what can happen is you bash them over the head for 45 minutes and you just find out that they didn't have the money. So it's like you're really not being most effective when it comes to your actual time.
Yes.
And if we want different results, do we keep doing the same things or do we need to do something different?
We have to do things differently.
Right. So I'm not asking the version of you today to say yes. I'm asking the future version, right? The guy who's running the multi-million-dollar business, building generational wealth. If he were sitting here, do you think he'd let this uncertainty stop him or would he make the investment?
He would do this 100%.
Then how do you want to move forward?
I have to do this.
I will say the reframe is not bad, but generally speaking, when you just use a reframe and he's asking questions, which is good, but if you don't actually get them to defend their position, then most of the time they're not going to come with you as much as you really want them to come with you. At the end of each reframe, if you want to make it more solid, because what can happen a lot of times is if you do reframes like this, they just go into something else, especially when people are fearful. You want to ask them why and then consequence the opposite. So he used an identity binary. He asked, do you want to be this person or this person? They said, oh, I want to be the future version. You're just going to ask them, why would they do it? People think by talking. So if I get them to actually talk about why their future version of themselves would do it, again, I'm getting them to actually think about it rather than just me talking at you. And then from there, to really push urgency, what pushes urgency? Urgency comes from consequences. So you want to follow it up with a consequence of like, okay, be real with me, man. We have been the person that we are right now for the past 5 years. What if this continues? Do you want to allow that to happen? So what do we need to do? If you add a why and a consequence, it'll make the frames much more solid. So you don't have to go into loop after loop after loop, which will happen if you don't make your frames more solid.